Hold on.
Grand, grand rising, everyone. Woo woo! February the 11th. Oh my God. Time is just going by so fast. I cannot believe, you know, it's the 11th. Well, one thing about it, we make it through February, through the winter ball, but it's gonna be all over, okay?
Smooth sailing then.
Yes, we make it through February. It's gonna be okay. Welcome, welcome you all. Thank you for coming to Wealth Building Wednesday, Grand Rising Elizabeth Show with your host, moi, Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I love helping people build wealth with confidence, especially women, right? And so I'm excited about 2026. Is anybody excited about 2026? Come
Yes,
on
I'm
now.
excited.
Look at
Excited.
that.
I'm excited about 2026.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
I'm
yep,
just, we
yep.
got 10 more months to go, okay? To make some things happen, to be
Yeah.
able to reflect. So those who are with us who don't know, this whole year thus far has been about financial reset. And some of this, what I'm going to talk about today is actually some of the things I wanted to hit on um, at your event, Miss Mac. And so I want to make sure that I get that in today because it was I think, so powerful. Okay, so those who know, I love to start the show off with a millionaire or billionaire success story. And because this is Black History Month, I wanted to talk about something of a young lady I never knew of or had not heard of, okay? Her name is Sarah Rector. Sarah Rector was born in 1902 in the modest two-room cabin near Taft, Oklahoma. Her parents were descendants of enslaved people of the Muskogee Greek nation. And like many black freedom families, they were given the worst land when Oklahoma enforced the Dawes Allotment Act. Sarah was assigned 160 acres of sandy, rocky land in Glenpool, land so poor that nothing would grow on it. It was valued at barely $500. And her father, Joseph Rector, struggled to pay the $30 annual property taxes, nearly $1,000 in today's money. He tried to sell the land. No one wanted it. What the world called worthless was sitting on oil. In 1911, despite to keep the land, desperate to keep the land, Joseph leased it to an oil company. 2 years later, in 1913, a massive oil gusher erupted, producing 2,500 barrels per day. At just 11 years old, Sarah Rector began earning $300 a day, over 10,000 a day in today's dollars. By 12, her monthly royalties exceeded 11,000, more than 368,000 per month in today's money. Here's the headline movement that stunned America. At age 12, Sarah Rector was earning more than the President of the United States. Newspapers across the country called her the richest black girl in the world. With wealth came danger. Oklahoma law required wealthy black children to have white guardians. Really? Sarah's parents were nearly stripped of control over her fortune. Two other black children with oil land were murdered for their assets during that era. So civil rights leaders W.E.B. Du Bois, Booker T. Washington stepped in. The NAACP investigated her case, which helped spark reforms and the creation of its Children's Department. One of the most disturbing moves, The state of Oklahoma legally declared Sarah as white. Not for her protection, but to manipulate census numbers. She even received marriage proposals from white men overseas attempting to control her wealth. Her father made a rare strategic move. He selected a trusted guardian who charged only 2%, protecting her estate from exploitation. When assets grow, protection is non negotiable. We got to remember that. We got to be able to protect our income. When Sarah turned 18, she took control. By the early 1920s, her net worth exceeded 1 million, nearly 28 plus million dollars today. Her diversified empire included oil fields generating ongoing royalties, 2,000 acres of farmland, businesses, a boarding house, a bakery, and the Busy Bee Cafe. She had stocks, she had bonds, she had extensive real estate, the legendary Rector Mansion of Kansas City, plus the entire surrounding block. She owned all of that. She relocated her family to Kansas City, known then as the New York of the Midwest, for safety and opportunity. She drove Cadillacs, silver plated Lincolns, and a chauffeur driven Rolls Royce. Jazz legends like Duke Ellington and Count Basie passed through her home. She married an entrepreneur, Kenneth Campbell, one of the first black auto dealers, and raised three sons. In 1930, Sarah faced two major blows: divorce and the Great Depression. She sold the Rector Mansion and lost part of her fortune, but she never collapsed financially. She retained oil wells, real estate, and stability. She remarried and then invested in restaurants and later purchased a farm where she hosted her family and her grandchildren. Lavish living faded, but her legacy did not. Her legacy still goes on. Sarah Rector died in 1967, but her impact continues. Her case reshapes guardianship protection for Black and Indigenous children. Her mansion is being restored as a cultural site supported by the National Trust for Historic Preservation. Kansas City now honors her with Sarah Rector Way. She got books, documentaries, and a feature film continuing to tell her story. Her descendants is still carrying her legacy. Miss Sarah Rector. I thought that was pretty interesting, okay? Personally, myself, it's amazing how other races try to hold us down, okay? Monopolize on our successes.
Right.
It's just amazing, but we are a fighting people. Like there's nothing can hold us down, right? God has
That's
given
right.
us everything that we need to live the life that we want to live, to have the future, the finances that we dream of.
Hmm.
We are the creator of our destiny. We are the architect of our perfect life.
That's right.
Whew, yes. All right, all right, all right. Everybody looking forward for their refund checks, huh? Everybody looking forward to their refund checks, bonuses, extra money. I was like, artist, he was so excited. He was like, did you read my letter? Did you read my I said, yeah, I read your letter. Got a big old bonus, okay? For not being late, for being to work on time and doing those things. But one of my questions was, he like, well, I want to do this and I'm going to buy you this. No, but we're going to invest, okay? We need to invest some of that money. So that's why I've been on this financial reset, because you can do something when you get that lump sum of money, okay? Don't just spend it on stuff. I just want you to think about other things that you can do with that money to help in your future endeavors. Did anybody have any questions or anything or any insights on that story? Don't be shy. I need some interaction, okay? It,
But
it,
Sister
any,
Lakeisha,
yes.
Sandra Mack, she sounded like me.
Okay. In what
Just,
way?
just keep striving. And, I've been an entrepreneur for over 35 years. And, if I didn't have the mentorship that I have, I probably would have given up by now. But when Mr. C and my other mentors tell us the stories about how they strived and how they went through their issues and problems, and you know, it was just really to elevate you. It was really to
Mm,
get you ready for elevation.
mm,
So I thank God for Madam Finance because she's just really checking us and check your dot your i's and cross your t's. That's all she's doing, and making us polish up and get it together. So that she reminded me of me and a lot of other African American women, and not just African American women, women of all color.
Mhm.
We have to strive and we have to fight because we're the nurturers. We're the ones that have to have the babies, and we're the ones that have to take care of the family. And then we want a business. So that's like double and triple what we have to deal with as women. I don't think the men have to deal with as much as we have to. So just to piggyback on, what you're doing as helping us in finances, that lady, whew, she went through some stuff, but she still left a legacy. So
she
Mm.
that's my
still
my
left.
goal.
She still left a legacy. She
Mhm.
Hmm.
did. Those who just popped in, we were talking about this is Black History Month, and I always love to start off the story with a millionaire billionaire success story, and this one was on Sarah Rector. I had never heard of her before, but now this Black History Month, I thought it would be profound to talk about our roots, and where we come from, because a lot of times they want to diminish what we have done and our contributions to society and all the inventions that we have made, throughout, the years. Even the doorknob was created by a Black person. Now, we can go on and on and on, and so it's important that we know our heritage. And
Mhm.
so I thought that was very profound. Anybody else have anything to say about Sarah Rector? What about the fact that they stopped black people? They had to Black people couldn't control their own money. Now that was like really interesting to me. That white people thought they had the audacity to control our money. Like, really? That was like, oh my God, are you serious? They had to have a white guardian to control our money. That's just wow. Yeah. So now we're getting ready to have our refund checks, right? Okay. Is anybody thinking about doing something different that they may have not done in the previous years or the last couple of years? Like, is anyone even considering thinking about putting a little something up in their brokerage account or in any investments or anything like that? I would like to hear anything that's going on that's going to be a little bit different. Any
Well, Sister
sparks?
Lakeisha, I
Yes.
didn't get a refund check. I won't be getting a income tax refund check, but I did receive some money from my husband's Social Security disability. And the difference in me receiving it 10 years ago
Mhm.
versus today, I didn't go to Macy's. I didn't go
Okay.
to Um, I really, really, Elizabeth, really, I didn't go to Macy's. I didn't go to the mall. I didn't go to to the wholesale store. This time I bought gold coins. This time I'm trading crypto. This time I went to my Charles Schwab account and I bought NVIDIA stock, AT&T stock. I did some different things because I'm different now. So I just wanted to share that.
Praise God. Come on. Girl,
Yes,
that just
yes,
fills
yes.
my heart with joy. Oh my God. Anybody else want to share anything? Or if you haven't done it yet, what you may be thinking to do different? Do anybody got something that they're thinking about investing in, like a ETF or some REITs or anything? Anybody got anything else to share?
Hmm.
Hey, Miss Moonlight Minerals, come
Good
on,
morning,
girl.
everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Uh, Glad to work from home today. In my PJs. Um, I definitely am proud of myself because I've stopped using credit cards. And in the last 2 weeks, because I get paid every 2 weeks, this is like one of the first times that I haven't overdraft my account. I have overdraft protection, so that's not an issue, but I don't want to get in the habit of using that as a backup, you know? So I think moving forward, when I get paid tomorrow, I thought about in our other session where you said, pay yourself first. So I'm going to really think about what that means and then pay my bills.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing and being authentic because, that's where it starts from, um, your mindset, being truthful, with yourself. We can lie to everybody else, but you cannot lie to yourself, and we need, assistance in this area. And I highly recommend when we doing these financial resets is do not do it without God. Like include him in this mix because we're creatures of habits and we do habits and it take a while before you to break that habit. Some people like 21 days before you can change your mindset and make a new habit. So let's not do it without him. Even my issues with my weight. Like, come on now. I need God in this right here. I went to the doctor. I was like, oh my God, all that not eating meat for what 8 months. I'm like, oh my God, just not eating meat don't mean you're gonna lose some weight. Okay. I found that out just because I stopped eating meat. But you know, and I when I went, I'm like, oh my God, I did lose weight, but then I gained some of it back. And I lost everything. I lost, but I still I lost everything except for uh I gained everything back except for like 9 pounds, right? So all I really lost that whole time last year was 9 pounds. So I know I need God to help me, in that particular area. So everything we do, let's include God to help us, to guide us, and to keep us strong. With that being said, y'all, I'm excited about what we gonna talk about today. All right, Queen, do I have the power?
Yes, you do.
All right, I have the power. Let me close out some of this that I have going on here.
Lakeisha, I want to just acknowledge when I talk about our shows, right, the Elizabeth Grand Rising, I am so proud that when I talk about wealth building, that I can add, I always add, she's not trying to get us quick, rich schemes. She is, really helping us to set the foundation for life, you know, things to think about before we just spend our money, how to circulate our finances versus just spending. So I just want to acknowledge you. That's how I talk about you and your show.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hit on what Sandra, Mac was saying is that I'm one of those girls, that was vibrant, was smart, wanted to be wealthy, always wanted to have my own business. I don't know where that came from because I grew up poor. And I would be much further in life if I had a mentor. Like I'm like you, but I didn't get my real first mentor until my late 30s.
Mm-hmm.
My late 30s, okay? And I've been playing chess, okay? Figuring out, working on chess, because I've been playing chess since 7. That's pretty much how I run my life is through chess, Being strategic and, figuring this out. And so I want to be that person to be able to go back for those other women, females that also am very ambitious because it's not, I mean, so many people that are intelligent, they're smart, they just don't have access. They don't have anyone. And so that's why I'm so passionate about what I do. And I
Mhm.
really put a lot into it to make it easy to understand
You
and
do.
throw away those myths. Okay. So, with that being said, I am going to share. Okay. Can you all see this?
Yes.
Mhm.
Awesome. All right. Today is about wealth creation 101. How everyday people can build income that pays them over and over again.
Mhm.
Let's build wealth one move at a time. Y'all see me on that chessboard? Y'all, I'm stuck here. I'm working it out, y'all. I'm working it out.
Mhm.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, y'all. This is an important disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing personalized investment tips or anything like that. I'm not recommending you purchase anything, even though I may share some of my investments. But I always want you to do your own research or consult a licensed professional before investing. Wealth Creation 101. This year is about intentional moves, not random ones. Everything we discussed today is education. My goal is to help you understand how investing works, not tell you what to buy. Let's go with the truth here. Let's start off with the truth. No one is coming to save you, okay? Not the government, not your job, not your spouse, not a raise, not Medicaid, not a lottery ticket. No one is coming to save you. God already gave you what you need. He already did his part. He gave you breath. He gave you a mind. He gave you creativity. He gave you discernment. And he gave you the most ultimate gift of all, the gift of choice. The gift of choice. So this is not condemnation. This is about responsibility. This is not to make anybody feel bad or anything like that. That's truly not my intention. Just a wake up call. Let's keep it real, okay? If you're not happy with your financial situation, as hard as it may be to hear, you don't get to blame nobody or anyone but you. This is really liberation. Because the moment you stop blaming is the moment you realize that you actually have the power. Financial resets. So, resets don't start with money. It doesn't start with money. Reset starts with the mind and with ownership. Ownership. Okay. For those who are
Okay.
new or have not looked at the other shows, there are some great wealth of information regarding ownership, passive income, ETFs, REITs. Like we've hit on a lot of major subjects and topics that you can consider to invest in. Specifically, this is a lot. Everything I do is really for beginners, but anybody can do it. But it's for beginners. I highly recommend that you go to the grandrisingelizabeth.com. There's shows there. You can go to madamfinance.com or lakeisha legrand.com. Go to my brand resume. pull up shows, and you could just go and pick a show that resonates with you and your spirit. We
Mm.
all find money for what for whatever we want to do. We get our hair done, our nails get done, our feet get done. Amazon gets paid, Target gets paid, Walmart gets paid. But do you get paid? Let that resonate for me. Do you get paid? Pay yourself first. You don't need more money to invest. You just need a new rule. And that rule is this: I am a bill. I am one of the most important bills. How about that? If your name is not on your list of bills, then you're not financially serious yet. Because your name should be on that bill list. Just like the lights are non negotiable, just like your rent is unnegotiable, paying yourself needs to become non negotiable. Do y'all get that? I don't hear nobody. Do y'all get that? That paying yourself should be non negotiable? Can I get that in the chat? Okay, I get a clap. Okay, all right now. You are non negotiable. Now, I get this all the time. People tell me this all the time. I really don't have money to invest. I don't have money to invest crowd. I don't have no money to invest. I really don't have no money to invest. When someone tells me that they don't have any money, I don't hear a money problem. I hear a priority problem. Money always tells the truth. We do what is most important to us, but we don't think it's important for us to provide for our future, to set ourselves for the. You're not losing anything. You're really gaining. Do y'all get that? It's a priority problem, not a money problem. Now, this one is shoot. When they really trying to convince me, they be like, no, I really don't have any. I mean, I absolutely don't have nothing. You just don't understand. I have nothing left over. Okay. Then we're not starting with investing then, okay? We're starting with honesty. Okay. That's your truth. That's your honesty. Because if there's money for everything else, but nothing for your future, that's a decision, not a condition. Do y'all get that? I'm going to say that again. If there's money for everything else, but nothing for your future, that's a decision. That's not a condition. Because we do whatever it is important to us. We can tell that to somebody else who don't know no better. We do what we want to do. We done sacrifice and make sacrifices for all kind of stuff. You know you weren't supposed to go to that concert, but you went anyway. You knew you weren't supposed to buy that dress or them shoes, but you did it anyway. Y'all get my drift? So it's a decision, not a condition. We just have to make this a priority or make it that it is serious to us. The critical question. Breaking free begins with one question. What if my time wasn't the source of my income, but the architect of it? Your time should build structures, systems, not just generating a paycheck. And I'm going to tell you what I mean about that. So effort has a ceiling. More effort. We put in more effort, more effort. We doing more, we doing more. But it's unlimited income. It's not unlimited. It's unlimited income. You right? More effort does not equal unlimited income. That's what I meant to say. There are only 24 hours in a day, limited energy, limited attention. Your brain can only take so much. Effort, constantly building effort, builds survival. Systems, putting some systems in place, builds wealth. And we're going to talk about some systems. What is a system? A system is anything that produces results after the initial work is done. For example, a business, rental property, digital products, an automated service, a portfolio of investments, a content channel. We got podcasts, we got YouTube, we got all of these different things, an email list. So the word is continuity, making your money work for you. Your money should always have an assignment. Always give it something to do. A money that doesn't have an assignment, it just disappears. Know what you're going to do with your money when it comes. Plan. Your money and you should be working together. Y'all should be working together, producing additional income, getting you ready for your future, building yourself out of your financial circumstances. Because if you keep doing the same thing, it's and think you're going to get a different result. No, or you waiting for a bundle of money to come, or you about to hit the lottery, or we got to plan for this thing. And if those other things happen, boom, that's a bonus. But we have to do something. Because guess what? People are like, that's a long time. We talking about real wealth building. We're not talking about no quick get rich. We talking about real generational wealth building. Something that you can leave your children and your children's children, right? We have to put those things in place. So I really want to talk about this. I love studying millionaires and billionaires because success leaves clues. So one thing I like about our mentor, some people we go to have the same mentor at Global Empowerment. He prepares us for things way ahead of time. So when we get there, I'm already know what to do. I'm already know where to put my money. Once, you know what I'm saying? When I reach my financial status. So don't you like to know ahead of time? Because sometimes I like to be in preparation time, right? Because when the opportunity presents itself, sometimes it's too late to prepare. So let's be in preparation. Let's start building for our wealth, our wealth creation. It's just one step at a time. The Bible says, despise not small beginnings. Don't feel bad. You can open up a brokerage account. Can somebody tell me you can open up a brokerage account with how much? Somebody. Anybody.
$0.
$0. Thank you, Moonlight Minerals. With $0. Most people, let's get this myth out the way. That it's going to cost a lot of money in order for you to invest. Can somebody tell me how much can you start investing with? Anybody? Somebody.
$5.
Know the answer. I don't know why y'all being quiet over here. I need some participation, okay? So thank you, Moolah. $5. Okay. We all have $5, okay? You can start investing with $5. It's called partial shares. Okay. So anybody who don't know anything about that, please, I recommend you go back and check out the videos. And it's a wealth of information. $5. So anybody can do this. This is not, rocket science. Everyday people can do this. So we're going to talk about public stocks. And I'm not talking about day trading, which I'm going to get on today because I'm sitting up here looking at my son. And I understand it. So I just something this I have not talked about was day trading, right? But many wealthy people hold massive stakes in one company. So true wealth only comes through ownership. It doesn't come from working for somebody else. Either, I know y'all might be tired of me saying this, but I need to get this in your head. True wealth only comes through ownership. Either you're going to own your own business, take a risk on yourself, own your own business, or you're going to own a piece of somebody else's business. It don't matter which way you do, whatever you feel comfortable. Or you can do both, like me. I own multiple businesses, plus I invest in other people's businesses, right? So wealthy people hold massive stakes in one company. That's the big bucks. I'm talking about really big bucks. They don't jump in and out of daily trades. They don't gamble on charts. They own. Ownership is the key. They hold for years, sometimes decades. So what I'm teaching is buy and hold, because when we're doing wealth creation, it takes time. So you're going to be doing this consistently for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. If you young, 30 years. They hold for years, sometimes decades. Ownerships creates pound compounding. The longer you in it, the more value you should receive. Day trading versus ownership. So I really wanted to talk again about day trading because a lot of times I meet a lot of people, beginners, but they all over the place, right? They invest, they want to know about the ETFs, then they want to learn about the REITs, then they want to learn about options, then they want to learn about day trading. Like they all over the place, and so you can never go wrong with right with long-term investing, right? I can't go deep into it because of time, but long-term investing. What is day trading? So my son is in there purchasing the program. They all in there. Oh, they making so much money. Well, they making money, some of them losing, but they be winning. But trying to time the market is a fool's game, right? Trying to, and it's not scalable, right? We want to do something that's scalable, something that's, you're gonna really see some results. That is not scalable. And I'm gonna talk more about that. Let me go back. Buying, what is day trading? Buying and selling stocks within the same day to capture small price moves, to gain some extra money, right? That's what day trading is. Buying and selling. Day trading advantages. Potential quick gains. It is possible that you can gain some extra income, through quick gains, some extra money. High activity. That means you constantly in your portfolio, you constantly watching the stock. I don't have time for that. Constantly, you got to be up on it. And it feels exciting when you win. Like, woo, it's exciting. So, it got that adrenaline going on. Okay, that's the advantages of it. But let me tell you, baby, the disadvantages outweigh the advantages by far. The disadvantage of day trading, it's extremely risky, requires skill and discipline, like real serious skills and this, and still trying to time the market. Like I said, it's a fool's game. Nobody can time the market. I don't care how much you're you can do the best you can, but even the professionals have trouble timing the market, okay? Have not been able to time the market. Emotional decision making, it keeps you on edge. Most retail traders lose money. I should have had that highlighted in red. Lose money. It's not scalable for generational wealth. I don't knock day trading, but as far as me, Madam Finance, I don't. That's something I don't do. That's something I do not teach because I'm about generational wealth, legacy building, building wealth, building legacy. Day trading is not going to get you there. Why billionaires, and not just billionaires, it's wealthy people don't day trade. It consumes time. You always in your portfolio. You're always watching the market. It doesn't build long-term equity. Than buying ETFs and REITs and index funds and mutual funds. Those type of things is what you want to participate in. It doesn't build long-term equity. It depends on constant attention. It's trading. It's not ownership. You're not owning. You just, you in there for quick get rich, quick get rich, quick. We all want to be that, do that quick get rich. Ain't no such thing as no really quick get rich. Anything is you're gonna have to put some time into it. I don't care what it is. Wealthy people build assets. They don't chase daily price swings. What should beginners focus on? Start with education. Increasing your income, right? Let's think of some other things that you can do to generate some additional money, okay? Some people say, I really don't have no extra money. Then what can you do? But what are you doing about it? What can you do? If you have in this time, if you have a laptop or a computer and internet, you can make some passive income. You can bring in some additional income. ETFs and diversified investing. ETF. Those who don't know what ETFs, exchange traded fund, if you don't know what it is, please, I highly recommend you go look at the replays because I have ETF one-on-one, a couple, maybe about 3 different things regarding ETFs. Building a small asset base. Let's start with that. Can we start with $5? Can you open up a brokerage account that costs $0? There's no excuses. It costs $0 to open up a brokerage account in most cases, right? We could do that. It costs money when you try to open up a bank account or if you try to open up a credit union account. It costs money, but a brokerage account costs $0. And most of them, like Charles Schwab and Fidelity, which is my 2 favorite, they're 24/7. So you can't say you don't have no time because they open 24/7. It's just take a phone call and they are so professional and they would be excited and helpful to go ahead and help you open up your brokerage account. If you not, if you don't feel comfortable going on your own, but it's pretty much self-explanatory, right? Long-term ownership thinking. That's what we want. Ownership, ownership, ownership. What do you own right now? $5. You can start investing. Own you some Uber. $5. Walmart. $5. Like just different companies, everyday companies that you probably purchase from are probably on the stock exchange and you can become an investor. You can literally say, I'm an investor too. I invest. Even if you got $5, okay? You was an investor, girl. Young man, you an investor, okay? And it feels good. It feels good. It's just the start of it. And then we're going to just progress slowly. Think like an owner from day one. Legacy and generational wealth. Investing is how we break generational poverty. Investing builds inheritance instead of debt. You can leave stocks, not just stuff. Teach your children what ownership looks like because believe me, baby, they watching. Your nieces, your nephews, they watching. People watching. When I was younger, we was known as the poor cousins, okay? We was known as the poor cousins, right? People are watching to see how you live and what you're doing. Believe me, they are. Quote, Leave your family stock certificates, not struggle stories. Benefits of investing. Ownership. You become a part owner of successful companies. That's huge, okay? Now I'm working in my own companies, right? But but if I invest in somebody else's company, I ain't got to worry about payroll. I ain't got to worry about an office building. I don't have to worry about desk, purchasing desk, paper, printers, like a lot of stuff that come with it. Attitudes. I don't have to worry about none of that. Employees. So you can own your own business, or you can have the luxury of just, hey, benefiting from the success of somebody else's company. Dividends. Earn passive income as profits are shared. Like a lot of companies, they are consistent of paying dividends every 3 months. Immediately, soon as you start, when it's time to pay the dividends, you got your $5 on it. Guess what? You're going to be able to participate in the dividends, okay? Wealth transfer. Oh, the growth. Benefit from long-term price appreciation. So what I mean by growth, a lot of people are familiar with this. You buy stock low, purchased it at $50, $20, $7, whatever it was, and then it went up. Now it's no longer $50, it's made 200 and something dollars, right? So you can earn that way. Wealth transfer. Builds assets to pass down to your family. That's huge, right? So everybody probably heard me talk about the Vanderbilt family and the Rockefeller family. So the Vanderbilt family, they wealth is gone pretty much, right? But the Rockefeller family, they're still taking care of all of these years, 200 people of their family members. Still today. That's some serious wealth transfer, right? Freedom. Create options beyond paycheck to paycheck living. Something that constantly requires you. God forbid, what if something happened to you? And all that you work and you can't work no more. Then what happens? Take this opportunity while God has given you, blessed you with life, blessed you with good health, blessed you, that you can go ahead and change your situation. Because you never know what life might hold. But set yourself up now, because sometimes when the opportunity presents itself, it's too late to prepare. So, who wants to do it if you're sickly now? Now you got to try to build now? Because how you going to pay your bills if it's just totally on you? I'm an insurance agent, right? I think about that for years. What if something happened? Well, I break my ankle. I can't go see nobody, right? I probably could do some things, over the phone, But what would I do? So I'm setting myself. I'm building wealth in real time. I'm not just saying anything. I'm moving and building wealth in real time, right along with you all. I think that's what sets me apart. I'm not just talking about it. I'm an ex-banker for those who don't know. So I've seen and talked to many of wealthy people and watched their bank accounts and like, wow, figuring out what they do, asking questions. When I was young, I would ask you some questions, baby, because I wanted to know, okay? So freedom. Again, create options beyond paycheck to paycheck living. Start investing. Let your money work for you. You cannot save your way to wealth. You must invest your way there. Key mindset shift. Consumers buy products. Owners buy assets. Day traders chase movement. Investors build ownership. Ask yourself, am I investing or am I a speculator? Speculating. What are you? Are you investing? Are you an owner or are you more of a consumer? We talked about this last Wednesday about don't just buy from these companies. If you watch it, if you're using the products, if you, those different things, then why not invest in those companies? Companies of the S&P 500. S&P stands for Standard and Poor's. They have the top 500 companies. They have a criteria that they have to meet to be on this 500 list of all the companies within the United States. Microsoft. We use Microsoft, Amazon, Nvidia, JP Morgan Chase, Johnson and Johnson products, P&G products. We purchase from them all the time. Visa. We use credit cards. People drink Coca-Cola. On and on and on. Don't just purchase these things. Don't just be part owner. Allow them to pay you too. Where do I purchase stocks? Where do I get these ETFs? Matter of fact, where do I get them from? Online brokerage accounts like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, E-Trade. Young people like using Robinhood, Ameritrade, Vanguard. Yes, you can go on there and you can do it online, or if you don't feel comfortable, you can truly call it in. I was so elated that last year, about 53 people opened up their brokerage accounts, start investing. It was just such a humbling thing for me to know that God is using me and that people are actually making steps. They actually are changing their lives. Because the Bible says, despise not small beginnings. Just start. Our 2026 money reset. This is a walkaway action plan. Spiritual and practical is action number 1. Pause before spending. Ask, is this money serving today or my tomorrow? Action 2, learn before you act. Understand how ETFs works. Understand REITs. Understand passive income. Understand ownership versus consumers, buying all the time. Understand ownership versus consumption. Action 3, use windfalls intentionally. Those refund checks, those bonuses, use those. Refunds and bonuses are opportunities. You could do something with a lump sum. Action 4, think in seasons. Wealth is built in cycles, not moments. This is accessible to everyone. Everyone can do this. My final takeaway is 2026 is not about looking good. It's about being secure. Legacy over luxury. Stop paying everybody else first and wondering why your future is underfunded. Another final takeaway. Don't just be the consumer, be the co-owner. If you buy from them, invest in them. That's how you move from spending money to growing money. Thank you for your time. If I was able to share some information that was powerful or that made you think, then please I ask that you follow me at Ask Madam Finance on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm actually Madam Finance on YouTube. And that's another place where you can go to Madam Finance and you can see the different shows. Hey, we got
Madam Finance,
yes.
before you go, I wanted to make sure that you know that there's a guest on the line, Apostle Cecil Masty. She's a pastor, and she's awesome and amazing. She was the first one on your show today, and I just wanted you to know she's here.
Hey, welcome, Apostle Massey. I appreciate you being here. So I want to know, give me something that you got out of it today. What was something that resonated with you today? Anybody?
Well, hi, this is Bernadine. How are you?
I'm doing blessed, wonderful woman, a God.
Yeah. And I'm so thankful for this. What I got out of it is because I'm a shopper and I've been a consumer, but I'm about to become an investor because I love that you was like, just, pay yourself and then take that money and invest it. And so I will be talking to you later because I want you to come and help teach some folks this stuff with us paying you too. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But this is powerful. Thank you, sweetheart. I love it. I love it. I love it. I learned a lot. I got it all written down. I didn't know what the ETF, but now I know it's exchange trade funds. I learned about the different places. I thought it in my mind, and you answered it like Vanguard and Robin Hood, and I'm like, okay, I'm about to, because I got some money I could pull down and place some places. So I'm excited, and I would also like to say hi to Apostle Matthew. I do know her. And God bless all of you women of God. I love you and thank God for you. Mm.
Oh, thank you so
God bless
much.
you.
Well,
Thank you.
we're so
Thank you
happy
for
that you're here. Yes, hey,
thank you for welcoming me. And I am a real estate broker, and I haven't been into stocks. That's something I want to do. Congratulations, Bernadine and you, Miss Keisha and Sandra May, invited me. Thank you. I am going to learn more about this and put my money where I'm learning from you. Thank you.
praise God,
Mhm.
praise God, praise God. Anybody else?
Well, I
I
just
just
want
want.
to say that
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I just want to say, Sister Lakeisha, thank you for everything you're doing. And stay encouraged, Sister Lakeisha. Be encouraged. I do a tea tasting event every month. I'm doing
Ooh,
another one February 27th, the last Friday of the month. And I do want you to be my guest speaker again. I know that's last news, but I'm just telling you.
her event was really, really nice. It really was nice. It was comfortable, very inviting. Was at a black owned restaurant at the Crossroad building over there near Northland Mall, where Northland Mall used to be, over the 8 Mile area. I think that's called Hudson Drive, I believe. But Crossroad, real big buildings, been there for years. So down in the lower level is a restaurant, and I'm telling you, that food was the bomb. Okay, I'm talking about. I ain't gonna eat that. I'm just gonna eat a little bit, girl. That food was so good. I tore that food up. It did not make it home. So yeah, it was really, 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 really good. Um, our Oh, it's 10:01, so I'm not gonna go into that. But the love on your wallet, oh my God, it was fire. Okay. It was so good with the worksheets, the budgeting sheets, everything that people got a chance to walk away with. It was definitely worth $30, okay? So it was so good. So we're gonna probably see if we can get her to do the love on your wall. It don't necessarily have to be for Valentine's Day, but it was really fire. Yeah, okay, so it's
Well,
10:01. Go ahead.
can I ask, Keisha, you send that information, get that information? Because my birthday on the 26th, and maybe I can get some of the queens to come out for the 27th to that tea. So can that be shared with me?
Okay,
Okay. All
all
right.
right.
Thank you.
Did you hear that, Sandra Matt?
Is
Okay,
she
well,
still there?
she might have stepped away. Okay, well,
Yes, I'm putting the information in there now.
okay.
Thank
So,
you.
mm-hmm. So I just want to say thank you. I commend you all for coming up and showing up because you could be doing something differently. And so the Grand Rising Elizabeths, we welcome you back every day. We have something different, same time, same ID. um, every day. Monday is with social media. Tuesday is health and wellness. Woo, I love it. I missed it yesterday being at the dentist. But that's powerful. You got wealth building Wednesday. You got Thursday. This is what creativity. You got Friday, passion and purpose. So just wanted to, let you all know that. And so I value your time. And so I want to end with giving yourself a hug because as women, we're always looking out for other people and we spread love and kindness to everybody else. And sometimes we neglect to love ourselves. So love yourself. I love to kiss myself. And let's hug the world because the world needs a hug too. And let's sprinkle love and light to all of those that are in authority. Because the Bible says, pray for those that are in authority. Whether we like them or not, let's send them love and light. Enough people send love and light to those in authority. You never know what miracles can take place. Peace out. I love you all. Thank you for joining us. I see you next Wednesday. I got something for you. I got something. God bless you. 1 hour of financial power. See you next Wednesday.